Hinayanam, Mahayanam, Vajrayanam. What is the significance of these phrases? Hinayanam, Mahayanam, Vajrayanam. They signify the three stages of Buddha adoration, prayer, worship. The first stage of Hinayanam is devoid of idol worship. The second stage of Mahayanam accepts idolatry. In the third stage of Vajrayanam, Buddhism is finally adopted, accepted as a religion. Let us explore the place that history refers to as heritage of Buddhism in Andhra Pradesh. It encompasses a place at the outskirts of the city of Visakhapatnam, Bojanakonda. Bojanakonda showcases the architecture and culture of 3rd century, 9th century BC, which is indicative of the fact that Buddhism has been native to the shores of Visakhapatnam for almost 1,000 years. Entrenching itself in the minds and hearts of the local populace. All the three stages of Hinayanam, Mahayanam, Vajrayanam are prevalent across the region. Now, let us learn in detail about Bojanakonda along with Totlakonda and Salihundam. Hinayanam, as we learned, was devoid of idol worship. So, whom did the Buddhist disciples pray to? Of course, to the stupas, which they considered sacred. Stupas, in remembrance of their gurus, which espoused the gurus' ashes and bones. At present, except for the stupas in Borobudur, the stupas elsewhere are sadly in much dilapidated condition. Disciples used to meditate in front of the stupas, meditating on their gurus, worshipping them. They used to take rest in small rooms built with bricks. For drinking water, they had man-made ponds that stored rainwater. There is also the kitchen, along with a room for storage of food that they used to receive as alms while begging. The Guru's room is housed separately from those of the students, with separate assembly halls. Here, we have the dilapidated pillars of assembly hall. The place we see now must have had many discourses by the Guru, with students airing and clearing their doubts on spiritual matters. Monks, as can be expected, usually prefer to have the place of worship or commune in close proximity to nature, by the sea or at high altitudes. Totlakonda is by the sea. Salihundam is by the river. And Bojanakonda also used to be by the Sarda river, though unfortunately the river died out over the years. The world's biggest Buddha temple, Borobudur, is also by a river with a tranquil environment. Mahayanam, as we know, endorsed idolatry. It promoted building Buddha statues, offering prayers, worship. So, how did this ancient religion called Buddhism evolve in this land? Vajrayanam, the third stage, helps us understand that further. In Vajrayanam, all the other religions also started accepting Buddhism, with even women being allowed into the order. Of course, this did spark immense hostility from the existing orthodoxy, especially the Brahmins, who indulged in vicious rumor mongering, casting doubts on the very chastity of the Buddhist monks, leading to their social ostracization and punishing them, eventually forcing them to vacate the land. The demolished ancient architecture by Veer Shaivalu is a testimony to this hostility. Also, as Shankaracharya once proudly proclaimed, he entered Buddhism in his Shankara Jaitra Yatra. It is also a fact of interest that architecture of Temple Borobudur has been drawn from that of Bojanakonda. The manuscripts suggest that Borobudur was built in the 9th century. Recorded history confirms that the monks were forcefully evicted from this place. Ironically, modern India proudly proclaims itself as the land that gave birth to Buddhism, irrespective of how intolerable it might have been to that religion. Just as history has been a mute witness to the changing politics and moral decay, so it has been a sad witness to the quiet eradication of that peace-loving religion called Buddhism from the total religious spectrum and consciousness of this nation. As the wise ones had prophesied, to know the inherent meaning of creation, nature, earth, and to learn the dharma of humanity, the Creator or creation itself seems to have endowed us with a divine seed, a godly grain, Buddhism. But alas, our ancestors, with their petty politics and sheer vanity, seems to have transformed a divine blessing ultimately into a self-inflicted curse.